Well, you know, the holidays are supposed to be a time for joy. But for one local family, this season has been anything but.
That's right. We're talking about relatives of Natalie and Jonathan Chase Deblase. Earlier this month, search crews found the remains they believe belonged to the children.
And Bob, those remains were found dumped in wooded areas near Van Cleve, Mississippi and Centronel. Both John Deblase and Heather Keaton, the children's father and stepmother, will be back in court on January 4th for a preliminary hearing.
Meantime, Fox 10 News reporter Derek Williams spoke with the children's grandfather this afternoon, who's still emotional. He says Christmas was the kids' favorite time of year.
God has his children now, and I know heaven is a better place with them. We're trying to deal with Christmas the best we can.
Richard Deblase is in a state of constant pain. The grandfather of Natalie and little Jonathan Chase Deblase can't help but recall the times they lived with him. He says this time of year always puts a smile on their faces. Richard misses them deeply.
It is a deep down hurt inside me.
He says he's trying to move past the devastation that's happened. His son, John Deblase, is in Metro Jail charged with felony murder and corpse abuse in connection to the children's disappearance. And Heather Keaton, the children's stepmother, is facing 2 charges of aggravated child abuse and 2 charges of abuse of a corpse.
I'm not going to make a judgment call. I feel they could have handled it differently. All the way around. And I always feel that way.
In lieu of a Christmas without his grandchildren, Richard says he picked 2 names from the angel tree in honor of his angels.
Natalie and Chase were our angels. I never had wealth in terms of money, but I had wealth in terms of joy from these angels. But Natalie's smile to the laughter of Chase.
As Richard tries to cope with the reality of his son being behind bars and the loss of his grandchildren, to help him get through each day, he says he just tries to remember the happier times and is planning a memorial in their honor.
Once in heaven, the children received a blessing from above, feelings of love and happiness, never again to be hurt, abused, or unloved.
Reporting from Mobile, Derek Williams, Fox 10 News.
Just a heart-wrenching story. The family is holding a memorial for their children. It will be Saturday morning, January 8th at 10 o'clock at Mobile Memorial Gardens Funeral Home. That's on 3 Notch Road.